Whites. But our big wish this weekend is for the village cricket team of Shipton under Wychwood in Oxfordshire to win the grand knockout final at Lord's. Every good village has church and steeple, and every good village has cricket people. And this weekend all of Oxfordshire will be praying for the men and boys of the Shipton under Wychwood first 11 as they take themselves off to play in the final of the Village Knockout Cup. They've been there before. 5 years ago they played and lost, but that was the day of Princess Di's crash. It wasn't a day for cricket. Hopefully this Sunday, this time around, it will be Shipton's day.
There'll be several coach loads going, cars going. Everybody I speak to in local cricketing circles, you know, friends at other clubs, and oh yeah, we'll see you there, we're taking a coach or we're taking a few cars.
Elverston from Derbyshire are the opposition, but Shipton know they can take it. And when it comes to match-winning skills, there's no one better than Phil Garner, who at the grand old, or in his case, grand young age of 56, is off to Lord's for the very first time.
Oh. Well, I'm a young 56, but you always think there might be something else to play for. You know, and I've always played and thought, well, we could win, we could do this, and here it is.
Great way to finish off as well. Not you're going to finish off, but...
Well, do you know something I don't know? I mean, everybody keeps saying this to me. Great way to finish off. I'm going to carry on playing, you know.
And one of the team has even had to juggle his training this week. Wicket-keeper Shane Duff is Cheltenham Town's reserve centre-half.
The second place I'd like to go to behind Millennium Stadium, but it's good. I'm looking forward to it.
So you're a footballer more than you're a cricketer, yeah?
Yeah, big time. I'm not the best.
Thank you. Back in Shipton, all the boys have got new blazers. The big day is coming. All they need now is the shiny cup. That really would make the picture.
That's it. Actually, it's a 7-9.
Yeah, football.
From village greens to the home of cricket, a trip to Lord's is a special prize for everyone.
Just a really nice day out and lots of lovely atmosphere, and we hope our team's going to do well.
Wonderful weather, beautiful setting and a brilliant team.
The final is a chance for village players to leave the fields of fun behind and step onto the field of dreams. Elverston found runs hard to come by thanks to some amazing bowling, Chris Panther taking 2 wickets in his first 2 balls. The hat-trick wasn't to be, but it's one to tell the grandkids. Elverston were all out for 121 runs, Panther again sending 15-year-old Gareth Charlesworth on his way. In return for Shipton, Steve Bates sent the ball to the boundary ropes in fine style, top scorer of the day with 40 runs. Elverston did fight back and Bates was on his way back to the famous pavilion. It took the oldest man on the pitch, Phil Garner, Yoda to his teammates to calm the nerves and bring up the 100. Shipton were cheered on to a 5 wickets victory. Cheltenham Town footballer Shane Duff with the final runs.
It's just beyond my wildest dreams, really. You know, it's first Oxfordshire club ever to lift the trophy, so that means something special as well. And you know, the boys deserve it. They've been fantastic all season.
5 years ago, Shipton lost in the final, but this time around, the celebrations will last nearly as long as the memories.
The Cricketer International, which is published monthly, is the world's best-selling cricket magazine. The Cricketer has always championed grassroots cricket, and for the last 32 years has organised the National Village Championship.
The championship is one that is so well thought of and very well acclaimed in rural pockets around the country. There can be few competitions that appeal to people in the same way. It strikes right at the heart of traditional rural England, and in that way, of course, it will always capture the imagination of those that live there and those that love the countryside. It should never be overlooked. I mean, it's at the village green that cricket started, and Lord's MCC, they're the first to recognise the importance of village cricket in the fabric of the game as a whole. It's important now, perhaps more than ever, that village cricket is nurtured. In these days where there is league cricket, points, sledging, village cricket is really where it's at. It's the heart of the game, and it is that we promote in the organising of the competition, and it's that's nurtured by Lords in this great final.
Everything, but not just for the club, for the community. From the first moment you sort of arrive in a hotel and look across and see the ground, it's it's a bit of a tingle. And
this competition's been the actual catalyst. Yeah, without this, playing at Lords would have had no media coverage, no prestige or anything. So it's been absolutely fantastic. All down. I think the cricket has a lot to dance for this, and I think they've been fantastic. Lords are fantastic. You're treated like running royalty.
The Village Championship reaches a huge audience across all areas of the country. The competition encompasses what is at the heart of rural life and has that essential feel-good factor that imparts itself onto any brand that becomes involved. With the enormous amount of coverage the championship receives both regionally and nationally, together with its widely respected and universally applauded reputation within the cricketing world, sponsoring the Village Championship offers a great opportunity that should not be missed.
That's a wicket down. What we organise at our offices really is the administration from round to round, compiling the winners through to each of the regional finals. Once a regional final is staged, then of course it draws an enormous amount of attention from the local press and from the inhabitants of that area. And it's from those rounds onwards, really, the national rounds, that things really begin to build up to the climax, which of course we're at today at Lords.
A wonderful competition the cricketer put on every year. It has a sort of noble history, 31 years I think, and it is good to see just people playing who just play it for fun. Village cricket is where it all starts, and so we're trying to do our bit, and we've done our bit I think by putting on this game. If you do well here, I think you remember it for all your life.
It's always been important for the grassroots. That's where the future of our game is going to come from. Whether it's the schools or the youngsters, and there's a 15-year-old playing today who's been flown home from holiday specially by his father to play at Lords. That sort of thing is so important for the game of cricket.
The National Village Championship always attracts outstanding media interest. The broad geography of the competition ensures nationwide coverage. Our circulation figures for press coverage in 2001, supplied by Ramiki, and including the nationals, regional dailies and weeklies, was 111 million.
Congratulations to Shipton under Whitchwood.
History was made at the weekend when the cricketers from Shipton under Wychwood became the first Oxfordshire side to win the National Village Championships. They finally got their hands on the trophy after losing in the final 5 years ago. This time they comfortably took the title in a one-day match against Elverston from Derbyshire at Lords.